Hello, my dear students, and welcome to States of Matter. Now, I want you to look at this picture. What do you see in this picture? It's water. Excellent. What about this one? These are kitchenware. And this is a fan, as you can see, and it's moving air around. Water, kitchenware, air, all of these are matter, but in different state. What's the meaning of state? States of matter are the different forms that matter can take. And we have three common states of matter. We have solid, liquid, and gas. Solid, liquid, and gas. Now, let's take this exercise. Choose the correct state of matter. Let's begin with this picture here. Water, the water we drink. Is it solid, liquid, or gas? What do you think? Yes, it is liquid. These cubes are solid. Steam or water vapor. Is it solid, liquid, or gas? Yes, it is gas. This piece of wood, it is solid, yes. Air that we breathe, the air we breathe is gas. The milk we drink, is it solid, liquid, or gas? What do you think? Liquid. Juice, the juice we drink, it is liquid. What about ice cubes? Ice cubes. It is? Yes, excellent. It is solid. Now, let's talk about each state in details. Let's begin with solids. Now, I have some examples here of solids. Rocks. This pan. The box, and Lego bricks. Do you know how are these examples alike? Rocks, pan, the box here, and Lego bricks. How they are all alike? They have a definite shape. And a definite volume. Even if you move them around from one place to another, they can hold their shape. So what is a solid? A solid is a kind of matter that keeps its shape. It keeps its shape. If you move it around, it still has the same shape. And it has a definite volume too. Now, when you mix different kinds of matter together, like this picture here, these are a mixture of Lego bricks. This is a mixture of toys. As you can see, we have balls, we have dices, we have this creepy eye. All these toys are forming a mixture. These drawing tools make a mixture of solids too. The things in a mixture of solids do not change. You can sort them back out of the mixture. So what is a mixture? It's made up of two or more things. Now, this is a table. You know it's a solid, right? We can measure solids. We can measure how long a solid is. Like this table here, I can measure the length of its surface using this meter. Now this eraser here, the pen, the notebook, and the pencil, I can use this ruler to measure their length. Let's take this eraser for an example. 1, 2, 3. Its length is 3 centimeters. 3 centimeters. So again, you can measure how long a solid is. This is called length. We measure length with a ruler or a meter. Now, we can also measure the mass of a solid. What is a mass? Mass is the amount of matter an object has. Look at this picture. These are apples. Apples are solids. I can measure the mass of these apples using a balance. This is a two-pan balance. This is a digital balance. This is also a two-pan balance. So you measure mass with a balance. You measure mass with a balance. Now, let's take this exercise. Match each picture to the word that describes it. Mixture, length, mass. Where is the picture that describes mixture? Yes, of course. This dish of nuts, it's a mixture. What about length? Length. Yes, this one here with the ruler. The length of this pencil is 9 centimeters. 9 centimeters. So this is length. What about mass? This one here, because he's using a balance. He's using a balance to measure how much matter these apples contain. Now, moving on to the second state of matter, and that's liquid. As you can see in these pictures, these are examples of liquids. Water, liquid soap, and as you can see too, the liquid, it doesn't hold its shape. It takes the shape of its container. Look at the water jug here. Water takes the shape of the jug. In this bottle, water takes the shape of the bottle. So what is a liquid? It's a matter that flows. It doesn't have its own shape. That means it doesn't have a definite shape, but it has a definite volume. And it takes the shape of its container. It takes the shape of its container. So if I ask you this question, how water and liquid soap alike? Both of them are liquids. They don't hold their shape and they take the shape of their container. Now you can make mixtures with liquids too, right? Let's take an example. If you put some salt with water, it will mix completely with water. That means it will dissolve in water. This juice powder, if you add it to water, it will mix completely with water. So salt and juice powder, they will dissolve, or they dissolve in water. They dissolve in water. That means they're gonna mix completely with water. Now, if you put oil, if you mix oil with water, see what happens? It doesn't mix completely with water. That means it doesn't dissolve in water. What about sand? If you add or if you mix sand with water, it doesn't dissolve either. So oil and sand, they don't dissolve in water. Dissolve, don't dissolve. What's the meaning of dissolve? It means they mix completely with the water or with the liquid. Now, you can measure liquids. You can use a measuring cup. This is a measuring cup to find out how much space a liquid takes up. What's the meaning of how much space a liquid takes up, that means its volume. That means its volume. So how you can measure liquid's volume? Using a measuring cup. And as you can see, these measuring cups are having numbers. They have numbers. They have numbers. So if I take this purple liquid for an example, its volume is 400 milliliters. 400 milliliters. So again, we can measure liquid's volume by using a measuring cup. What about the mass? Can you measure the mass of a liquid? Yes, of course you can. You can use a balance, just like solids, to measure its mass. A 2-pound balance or a digital one. Okay? Now, moving on to our third state of matter, and that's gas. Look at these pictures. These are bubbles. They contain air. Air, as you can see, as you know, air is gas. What is gas? It's a kind of matter that doesn't have its own shape. It spreads out to fill its container. So gases, they don't have definite shape and they don't have definite volume. Now look at this picture here. Do you know where the air is? Beside outside. You can, I know that you know that the air inside the balloon, and as you can notice, it takes the shape of the balloon. So it takes the shape of its container. Inside this object here, this object is full of air. The ball is full of air. This balloon is full of air too. So gases take the shape of the container. Moving on to another topic. Now I'm gonna talk about how heating and cooling change matter. I want you to look at this picture. This is an ice cube. It's a solid. And this is liquid water. Can you convert liquid water into solid? Yes, of course you can. By freezing it. If you put liquid water in the freezer, it will become a solid, right? What about if you want to melt ice? If you want to convert ice into liquid water, can you do that? Yes, of course you can. Look at this picture. As you can see here, ice is melting. Ice is melting. If you put it on the stove or if you give it heat, it will melt. It will melt. In this picture, as you can see, water, liquid water, is converting to ice. It becomes ice from liquid to solid. So heating and cooling can change matter. Heating and cooling can change matter. And you can see how matter changes by observing water. Let's take a look at this picture. This is ice. If you heat the ice, it will convert into water. It will become liquid water. If you continue to heat liquid water, it will become steam or water vapor. It will evaporate. Now, if you cool it down, it will become liquid water. It will convert into liquid water. If you cool it down, if you freeze it, it will become solid. It will become ice. It will convert to ice. So again, you can see how matter changes by observing water. If you heat ice, it will become liquid water. If you continue to heat it, it will become steam. If you cool it down, if you cool the steam down, it will convert to liquid water. If you freeze it, that means more cooling down, it will convert to solid. That's ice. Now, in summer, the water in this stream is warm. This keeps the water liquid. It keeps the water liquid. In winter, the water in the stream gets cold. When the water gets cold enough, it changes into ice. Ice, as you know, is solid water. Now, in spring, the water stream will get warm again. It will change back into liquid. Now, look at this picture. When water boils, it becomes a gas. This gas is called steam or water vapor. When you put the water on the stove, see, it will evaporate. The water will evaporate. That means it will convert from liquid water into gas. This gas is steam. Now, as steam cools, it forms tiny drops of water that make a little cloud. It makes a little cloud. That was fun, second graders. I enjoyed our lesson today. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I'll see you next time, inshallah.